Hey, do you have a minute? Hopefully you do, because today we have a special guest with us, and he has a story that is worth sticking around for. So if you don't mind, introduce yourself.
My name Jared Peay. I'm born and raised in Norristown. I'm 21. I'm an artist. I'm an entrepreneur.
So jumping right into the questions, can you share what your life was like before you found the path that you're on right now? What are some of the challenges or experience that define that period for you?
Growing up, it wasn't always hard. It was easy. Sometimes, like things come that kind of shift you off of the purity that's within you.
Mm-hmm.
When you a kid, you pure. You go outside, you kind of look around and you pure. Growing up, it was good. It wasn't always hard. There was some hard times, but most overall it was good.
What about your teenage years, going into adulthood?
Like, what age you say around like
I would say around 18, 19.
around 16, 17, that's when I kind of started to like be a little rebellious. Cause you get to that age to where it's like, I'm not listening to my parents. I don't want to listen. I don't want to do that. So I kind of got rebellious around 16, 17. Backtrack, I lost my best friend at 12. So I learned things and I saw things different early.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I kind of matured early. So 16, 17, 18, I'm around older people around that time. I started clubbing, 15, I started smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Around that time, I just kind of started to be rebellious a little bit.
Do you regret that stage of your life, or do you feel like that stage of your life is what pushed you for growth and maturity?
Honestly, I don't regret nothing because I feel like everything that I've been through, it made me who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I would say some things I would take back just based off how I treated other people when I was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would take back. But other than that, I don't really regret nothing. And me going through that, it definitely did mold me into who I am, and it pushed me into making the music, into having the idea that I got, the ideas and the visions that I got now. It come off of trauma, it come off of pain. You know what I mean? So like, not to be long winded, the pain that I've been through, I gained something from it.
Right.
It ain't always a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, God sometimes allow you to go through stuff so that you can grow from it.
Mm-hmm. What was the change?
Right.
What was the driving factor of the change that you made from 18 and 19 to where you are now?
I would say the change was I had lost my cousin December 31st back in 2021. Went into the new year grieving. One thing about me, I don't like to put that energy on nobody else. So I kind of stepped back. I took time to self-reflect really throughout January, February, and March. And like I said before, I was smoking before. And I know I can't bring weed in my house. I can't smoke in my crib. So it was kind of like I used that as like, I don't need it.
Yeah, I do all the extra stuff to go around.
I gotta go around it. You get what I'm saying? And I know I don't want to go out and smoke with other people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of bringing it. So I didn't want to bring it into my crib. So it was like, it just happened by default.
Yeah.
All of that happened by default. I stopped drinking around that time. And I'm not anti none of that. To each his own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But, it's just like, I started to realize like, these are things that I use to fill voids.
Mm-hmm.
These are things that I use to really like numb some sort of pain for a temporary moment. But it was really just, satisfying me. It wasn't filling me. And
it was just a crutch.
It was just a crunch. I used that time to really self-reflect. And I would say like February, my older brother, he played a major part in my growth, my spiritual growth.
Mm-hmm.
He threw a Bible study with my family. It was just a family Bible study. So we telling each other like, our truths and all of that. It wasn't like how you going to the church and you kind of feel like you gotta hide it. Look, it was like open.
Everything that was heavy on y'all, y'all was telling each other.
Yeah, exactly. We did that, and that's when I started to really pray. Let me backtrack. My fault. Let me backtrack. And my cousin's funeral, same one that had passed away.
Mm-hmm.
But for the day before our funeral, it was me in the car, my twin brother, my friend, and one of my friends that had passed away due to gun violence. And we just sitting there in the car. And this the day before a funeral, we just asking questions. I'm 18 at the time. Like, if life is this, what is this? Black is black. We just trying to figure out life.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to figure out the deeper part of life for. And we was asking questions. And so fast forward to her funeral the next day. I wouldn't even say it did hit me. I was sad, and I just couldn't, it was unbelievable a little bit. Like, I just didn't know how to feel about it. Like, sometimes it take me afterwards to really, but.
Like, we be grieving. I'm sorry, I didn't
Nah,
mean to cut
you
you off,
good,
but like, we in a society right now where people dying younger and younger.
Exactly.
Like, you see somebody here today and they go on tomorrow. It's like,
Yeah.
we don't even know how to feel. And it's like, sometimes we so desensitized from what's going on that
Right.
them emotions don't come until after. Like, you're not
Exactly.
able to really say how you feel.
Absolutely. Like, to say what you said, like, that's how I felt. Like, I kind of was so numb to the point of, like, when I did feel it, it crushed me because it's like, dang, you know what I mean? But in the moment, I didn't really feel it. But I was sitting down next to my twin, my cousin, and my family on a bench at the funeral, and they started singing this song. And I forget what song they were singing, but mind you, I grew up in the church. My parents made sure we went to church like my whole life, but I didn't have a personal relationship.
I definitely feel that.
You get what I'm saying? So it was kind of like religion. Of course, you got to go in.
Not relationship.
You get what I'm saying? I'm really going to church to
please y'all. It's Sunday night. We're in the church.
You know, I'm going there to eat food. I'm going with my cousins. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like that. But in this funeral, in this moment, I felt the presence of God when they were singing that song, and tears just started falling. Not because I was sad, because I felt peace that I never felt in a funeral.
Really?
Imagine that. Yeah.
That's crazy. I feel like I low key like not feeling peace, but like when Makai passed, that funeral like really shook me up. Like, I felt it was a lot going on, but like it felt real. Like, it felt like, like the spiritual like felt real to me at that moment. I never really go to funerals. I never had nobody close to me that passed away. So like being right there, it's like when the pastor was talking, he's saying like, "Do y'all know God?" I'm like, do I? Like, just because I've been in church my whole life, just because my grandma got a relationship with God and this person got a relationship with God, I don't know who God is. I just know religion, and I just know rule book. I just know Bible. I don't really know relationship.
Yeah, that's how it was. So, in that moment, like I'm at a funeral, like I'm feeling the presence of God, and I'm just feeling this peace that I never felt before. But I'm also like, the human part of me, I'm feeling sad. You know what I'm saying? But I'm feeling this and I'm feeling that. That same feeling that I felt in a funeral, I was chasing that feeling ever since. I started to go to Bible study. I started to pray more and more. And that same feeling that I got at the funeral, I felt when I was praying, when I was in the Bible. So I'm like, it's gotta be, but I'm still questioning, like, is it, like, is this God? Is this? And it's so much, like, around that time, it was so much encounters from other people, like, not, like, it gotta be, like, so much signs. God, give me a sign. Give me a sign. Like, what is, giving me exactly what I was asking for at that time. Like, so, yeah, that's the turning point.
What challenges did you face during that point? Because I know for like me, prime example, I'm at the turning point of my relationship with God and my faith where I feel like everything is just hard. Like, you starting to like understand your life, and you start to understand the stuff that you used to do, or like the sins that you used to do, and not even just making it about religion, not even just like, in the Bible will say don't do this or don't do that, but like diving deep into my life and seeing what I was doing, what I used to be comfortable with doing, and then like seeing like I gotta die to self, following Jesus. Like, it's like it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, people don't know that.
Yeah.
People think it's like, people see the surface level of it. It's a lot of shadow work. It's a lot that come with it. You know what I'm saying? But the challenges that really came was just me having to die to self, and me having to like step away from certain crowds, and me having to stop doing certain things. And knowingly, like, I've been down this path before. You get what I'm saying? Like, I already know how this story gonna end. So I'm not gonna be a fool and go down that way again. You get what I'm saying? So it's like me having to really refrain from, when somebody play with me, I can't retaliate how I used to. You get what I'm saying?
Come out that flesh.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm feeling convicted. Like, I'm feeling like, dang, like the challenges that came, man, is like, I would say, at the time I really cared about it just being talked about by people that you love.
Yeah, for real.
If I'm being honest with you, like, I was ashamed at first a little bit.
Yeah, that's real. That's really real. I'm
You get what I'm
not gonna lie, I really feel that because it's like
Exactly.
you going from like one life, I guess,
Yeah.
from one life, from how everybody see you and how everybody love you, because everybody love you when you the worst version of yourself.
Telling you.
Everybody love you when you're doing things that's not pleasing to him, but that's pleasing to the
Say
world.
it again.
That's when everybody love you. But
Yeah.
then once you start, because I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, on my TikTok, I be talking about God, and I kind of like went through this whole thing, like, do I want to talk about God? Because, you know, people get political,
Right.
people start moving where, like, once you start mentioning God, it's like people start to scream. They don't
Yeah.
really want to hear that.
But that's how you know that the spiritual realm is real. You can't really say Jesus like that.
Yeah.
Because his name powerful. It just show you like how much of a crooked, and I don't blame us as people. We born into this. Like, you're
Yeah.
born, so I was once that way. So you gotta kind of unlearn. You gotta learn some things to unlearn some things. But it's a choice that you make. You gotta make a choice. Like, you gotta be able to be conscious enough to understand, like, okay, nah, this not for me. And I'm okay with being authentic. I'm okay with being myself. I'm okay with being unapologetically me and just being who I am in this world full of people that's living for other people.
And, you know, and it's so crazy because before I like really turn my life to God,
Right.
I used to look down. I don't want to say look down, but like when people used to be like young and in the churches and like, oh, they posting about God, I'm like, girl, shut up. Like, God is trying to be smart, but like, like, just be quiet. Like, it's more like that. Like, that's how you feel, but it's like, it's really not.
Yeah.
It's really like people think that that's a way of life.
Right.
Everything else is subcategories. You want to do this, you want to be an athlete, you want to be this, those are all subcategories, but following God, like, that's a way of life. Everything else comes after, you know?
Exactly.
That spiritual warfare is real. Like, especially when you decide that you're going to start following God, that's when everything all the fleshly desires, that's when everything that's when it comes.
I'm telling you, that's how you know, like, when you're living for the world, you don't feel that. Once you want to step away from the world and truly, like, live on the right path and do the right things, that's when the things come, because it's going to discourage you or try to pull you back to
pull you right back.
I read something in the Bible. I don't know exactly what it said. Let's say, like, we're going to die from a lack of knowledge, meaning, like, not filling ourselves with the word, not wanting to get that knowledge, and we're going to die, not saying literally, but die in a sense of heaven and hell. You know what I'm saying? Hell is death, heaven is life. It's just about filling your mind with knowledge and wisdom for taking them steps.
So who or like what inspired you to pursue your career in music?
Yeah.
And what was the particular moment that you knew like that this was your path?
I would say around when I dropped my first EP. The feedback I was getting from it, it wasn't an ego booster. It was more so like, dang, you helping.
It was confirmation.
And I was asking God, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, like, God is this my path? Like, music? I'm not ever thinking I'm gonna do music. I used to just say, like, I told my cousin Maj, I could write a song just based off of like what I've been through. I know I could write a song. My cousin Maj, shout out to Maj, man. He used to take me to the studio with him. I used to be in the studio and I used to see the process of how it was going. I'm just observing. And I'm kind of like, dang, like, I want to make a song. I know I can make a song based off of what I've been through. My first real song that I dropped was with him. But before that, you know, the crowd that I used to hang with, I used to just be playing around in the studio. We used to go in the studio every day. They make music. We used to go in the studio every day. And they used to, we used to just throw on a beat, just play freestyle, you know what I mean? And the things that I was saying was always true to me. It was never like, you know, I'm doing stuff that's out of my character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was true to me at the time. You know what I mean? Like, at first I started off talking about the pain that I'm going through. Over time, like, as I matured, my music matured. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's just like I found purpose in it. Like, I literally, you know, God, you know what I mean, turned my pain into purpose for you know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful. That's beautifully said.
Yeah.
That's beautifully said.
Yeah.
So would you say that you always, like, music was always something for you?
It's crazy because, like, I come from a musical background. You know what I mean? Like, growing up, I played the drums. You know what I mean? At the high, I played the drums. Middle school, I played the drums. My uncle, he sang my dad played the drums. My family, like, it's, I got a musical family, you know what I mean? I didn't see music being my thing or my passion, but I always knew I had that in me. I always could sing, but I was shy. I kind of was shy growing up. I kind of was like, I would tuck that in. You know what I'm saying? Until I really realized, like, this a gift. Like, this a gift from God. Like, if I could be shy, but if anything, I'm gonna do whatever I can to give him glory. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I'm not gonna do it. It's not about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about
The bigger picture is
it's
who
the
you going to
bigger-
touch.
you
You know,
get what
what
I'm
he
saying?
gave you.
Exactly. I want to say, like, I use it out as my pet. Honestly, I wanted to play ball. I wanted to play ball for real, but I ain't have it like everybody else. You get what I'm saying? I was alright. I wouldn't say I was the best, but that's what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that wasn't my lane. That wasn't my path.
And I feel like we live in like a basketball town, multi. Like everybody here, whether it's 30 years old, played at the leagues at Harvard, whatever like that.
Yeah.
But we live in a basketball town where like and a lot of people got them skills here, but it's just probably not enough to be
D1.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like just in our culture, like black culture, like rapping, basketball, and what you say, like scamming, things like that.
That's looked up at. That's glorified. Yeah,
that's the top 5. You know what I'm saying? That's the top 3.
That's all they tell you. That's all they tell you that you can be to be successful.
Exactly.
You want to make it out the hood. You want to make millions. You better be an athlete, a rapper, or do some type of dishonest work.
That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That was my, like, growing up, that was my thing. Like, okay, I want to play ball for real, but it was kind of like, I started to realize in high school, like, this ain't my thing. Like, even going to the tryouts, the coaches yelling at you and all that, like, I'm like, that ain't my thing. Like, I'm cool. Like, nah, I'm already getting enough at home. I would say I always had music in me.
What role does creativity play in your growth as an artist and as a person? Like when you go into the studio, do you write before you go in there? Or is it sometimes like you got these heavy emotions on you and it's like, let me just put it on and see what happens?
Creativity play a major part because the ability to have an imagination, have this thought, and to put it into the physical, that's a major thing. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes when I'm in the studio, like, I don't write. You know what I mean? Like, I just use the gift. Like, I pray every time I write a song. I pray, God, I give you all of me. Just give me all of you. So most of my songs is just God speaking through me. But me understanding, like, okay, I can't come to people like a certain way. I got to sometimes give the baby food. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it to where they can understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people can't receive the full plate, and that's okay. Sometimes, it's just about having that understanding. And while I'm creating, when I'm in there, it's like, okay, let me use the auto tune because that's going to catch people's ear. That's what's trending right now.
So you can pull them in and then hear the message.
So they hearing the message. You get what I'm saying? Like, I could, I could sing a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to, I could go in there and sing without auto tune. But these are things that's like I'm using as tools to pull people in. Even my image. People will look at me in a certain way, have this certain image of me until they really talk to me and get to understand. You get what I'm saying? So I even use my image to give God glory in a way. Like some of my recent songs that I've been doing, I just been going into the studio, not even writing, throwing on the beat and just going in there, just, you know what I mean, freestyling.
How would you classify your music? Like, would you classify it faith-based? Would you classify it Christian? Like, what would you, if you had to be put in a genre, what genre would your music be?
Crazy, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm gonna be real honest with you. Like, I don't like just saying gospel or saying it ain't nothing wrong with gospel. Like, gospel probably the best music for her, but I don't like saying gospel because it's frowned upon in this world we live in.
Yeah.
So if I just say gospel,
it's like automatically people going to turn
it away. You know what I'm saying? So if I say like Christian rap, people going to turn it away. So like, I honestly don't. I don't. And I wouldn't even say my music is gospel or Christian rap. It's really just truth. Like
God speaking through you.
God speaking through
whatever He put to you for other people to hear.
Yeah.
Because you can be saying a message in your song and that's your message, but someone else hear it and it's like God speaking to them in a completely different way. they pulling something out of your music.
Most definitely.
And I feel like a lot of times, even like sometimes we be saying stuff, and even people who aren't our religion be feeling it. Like, you know, like it's like, so I definitely do understand it, and I do understand it. Once you start labeling yourself as this,
Right.
which is sad, you kind of limit your reach. You limit who want to take you seriously or who going to listen to what you got to say just because they turning their nose up to stuff that they don't want to be engaged in. Like, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you trying to spread through your music? Like, how do you want listeners to feel when they're hearing your music?
I'm just trying to inspire. I'm just trying to motivate and just show that God real. You know what I mean? Like, show that it is a God, it is a higher power, it is somebody that you can go to when you feeling pain, and it's not imaginary, it's not fake, it's a real tangible thing. Like, you can feel it. You got what I'm saying? Even though you can't see it, that's where faith play in. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to spread faith, hope. You know what I mean? Just, I want to say positivity, but just awareness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And to touch on what you were saying about like it, like not being able to see it, I had saw something that was like faith and fear are both two things that you can't see.
Exactly.
So it was like you either want to
choose the other one. Choose this one or choose that one. It's crazy. Like when I was first walking with God, I saw something on TikTok. It's crazy. Like even my TikTok was changing.
Yeah, same.
I'm telling you, like everything.
For you page, I'm like,
I'm seeing God. I'm like, nah, this God. Like, so I'm on there. I'm like, some girl. She said you can either choose to face everything and rise,
or
face everything and rise,
or forget everything and run,
And I'm like, that stick with me because it's like any situation, that fear, we human, we gonna feel fear.
Willie got that tatted on his arm, face everything and rise.
Yeah, the same thing I'm telling you, I had told him, and he was like, I'm getting that tatted. This right before you got a tease, I'm getting that tatted on me. I said, bro, that's what's up, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's like, you know, like I had saw that and it stuck with me because we all feel fear. I'm not hard body, this hard. Nah, I'm honest. You know what I'm saying? And anytime I feel fear, first thing you don't want to do is get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna get rid of it though? By my understanding. You get what I'm saying? By what it truly is. God ain't give me the spirit of fear. He gave me the spirit of love, power, and a sound mind. So you gotta really combat it with the word and what you know.
How do you balance staying true to your message while navigating the music industry and its pressures?
Ooh, I had read something in the Bible before. It said, like, what does a man profit if he gains the world and loses his soul? And right when I read that, it kind of stuck with me forever, you know, because I can gain the fame, I can gain the money, I can gain the materialistic things in this world and be poor inside. You get what I'm saying? I could be the richest man in the world and be poor inside. So that stuck with me. Like anything that I do, I can't turn on me. You get what I'm saying? Like I gotta stay true to me with anything that I do, and that's how the doors that's for me is gonna open. You got what I'm saying? Anything that's outside of God, I'm gonna just have to contain it. You got what I'm saying? God hand out on that. So anything that's in alignment with me, it's just gonna flow. It's gonna fall in my lap. You got what I'm saying? So just understanding that too. And understanding like, you know, I don't just me even seeing like outside looking in, like the industry is weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot.
Everybody getting exposed right now. Everything that's going on right now.
Telling you.
People don't understand. I feel like these people, they be pawns just to spread the message.
Exactly.
A lot of celebrities talk about it. They don't really want to rap about the stuff they're rapping about because it's poison in the ears of the kids who look like them.
Yeah.
Who's like, these people are cool. This is what they're doing. They selling drugs. They rapping. They having sex with all these girls. They cheating on their girl. Like they doing all this stuff. And that's not even a message that you really want to spread. That's not something that you're going to tell your son. That's not something that you're going to tell your nephew. But they telling you to tell the world that.
Right.
Because now look at all this chaos that's going in the world. Because a lot of people idolize celebrities.
Exactly.
And especially in America, it is crazy how much celebrities are idolized. Like, it is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. It's crazy because like music, the main source of Like when you feeling the way, you gonna turn on music. When you doing this, you gonna turn on this. Like if I'm listening to, I'm not even gonna say no names or anything like that, but like, like if I'm listening to like a certain artist that makes sad music, I'm gonna feel sad eventually. You know what I'm saying? If I'm listening to this, I'm gonna feel this way.
You'll be the happiest person.
You know what I'm saying?
That music can start infiltrating your ears.
Exactly.
It's the gateway to the heart.
It's a gateway. You know what I mean? Our eyes, our ears, and our mouth. You know what I mean? That's real. So I'm just careful. Me and also like me understanding the power of my words, like me understanding the power of my tongue, and like what it can do to other people. You know what I mean? Like I'm careful with that. Like when I go into the studio, I ain't gonna say I'm my highest self, but I go in there with a pure heart, with a pure intention, and with an intention of helping others and to inspire.
Because you don't know what you can say that could sway somebody into
the other way. Exactly. That's real.
So is there a song or an album that you created that embodies the message that you want to send the most?
Hey, I would say I got a lot of. I would say like probably my most recent album. It's called Set Apart. It gives a perspective of like a person living in this world that's set apart from the world. You know what I mean? A person that's trying to shine a light in a world full of darkness. You know what I mean? And when I say shine your light, it's just being you, being authentic to yourself, and letting God use you, and not being afraid to be you in this world where it could be like that. You know what I'm saying? It kind of feel like a crime a little bit when you feel and when you live in your truth in this world, because you know what I mean? Because it's like you get talked about, you get looked down upon, but that's all distractions. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all to knock you off your path. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely do feel that. Like it is hard. It definitely is hard to like follow your calling when other people may not understand why or understand how, that you even know that that's your calling. So now it's prejudice, and it's like it's judgment, and there's so many things going on. Honestly, me, I don't like Instagram. Instagram is my least favorite app. Feel like so judgy. It feel like it's like so clicky. You post one thing, like you posting your music, you trying to support everybody. Now people, you got 10 likes and 80 send outs.
I'm telling you,
like
it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, dang, I could have got that much likes. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? And
who you touch is who you touch.
Who you touch is who you touch. As long as I touch one person, that one person got 3 friends. They 3 friends got 5. That's how I spread. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't gotta like me or like what I do. Who for me is for me, and it's in a major way. What's not for me ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a billion. I don't know how much people on the web, but you know, it's
you want to have your support system.
You know what I'm saying?
Because anytime you send in Willie songs, I feel for one, he'd be like, "Yo, you're gonna make it."
That's my brother.
He be letting me hear your songs. He like, "This the one." I'm like, "How every song the one?"
That's my brother. That's my brother. It's crazy. Like even having support like that, that's play a major part. Like because like it do be times where it's like it could feel lonely. It could feel like, dang, like is it? You know what I mean? Like I can have them doubts, but just me even getting that feedback from people that seen my progress, you know what I mean? People that seen me grow, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
What is one of the biggest lessons you've learned throughout your journey so far as a person and as an artist?
Just being true. Just being authentic, just being pure. It go a long way. I could portray a certain way on Instagram, but in reality, I'm gonna have to be in reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have to see people. And if I'm not that way, it's like, dang, like
you like this on Instagram.
You get what I'm saying? People can see it. You get what I'm saying? Like you can see when somebody being a true authentic self, or when somebody is being, you know, like a certain way. And I would just say just being pure.
How do you stay grounded and continue growing when facing challenges in your career or your personal life?
Praying. I would just say praying and just keeping that faith for life be lifing.
Yeah.
But it should feel uncomfortable a little bit. Like, you know, long as I know I'm not comfortable, I know I'm good.
Because uncomfortability comes with growth. if you always comfortable, it's because you always staying the same.
Say it again.
So
Yeah,
I definitely do
that's
feel that.
real.
But I'm really proud of you. Like I
Thank
really am proud of like.
And I'm proud of you too.
Thank you, Jared.
Yeah, of course. Because you wanna know what's crazy? Like I could see, like I could just see God using. And I was on the phone with Will this one time. We was just talking. I had told him like, nah, like Shiani, like that's her lane. Like she got the personality for it. Like I truly believe, like even this is major. Like I look at this like any other that I'll be watching podcasts.
Okay.
I look at this like that because this is gonna be that. Like this gonna be something big, phenomenal. Like because God hand on it.
Yeah.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I got a list. Like I'm trying to start in town.
Right.
Talk to people who got stories. Like, I want to like interview people with different perspectives and see like how they life going because, my perspective of Norristown, which is kind of have been changing, is that Norristown is a black hole and that everybody who stay here, they sink. That's my perspective.
Crabs in the barrel.
Yeah, crabs in the barrel. It's like nobody can grow because nobody don't want to see nobody being more than them.
Honestly, you want to know what's crazy? Like, I had to really realize this too. It's crazy. Like, my perspective on Norristown, I love Norristown, but it definitely is a crabs in the barrel mentality. It's a lot of envy, a lot of pride.
Yeah.
But I say like if we was to put that to the side, for real, it's so much talent,
so much
potential.
Willie talk about that so much, and it's like I feel like that's why my perspective has been changing because even him talking about being big, he was like, I don't want to be famous for no other town. I don't want to give no other town that spotlight. Like exactly. I want to bring it back to here. Exactly. And that's why I want to interview people in Norristown. I want to interview real life civilians who born and raised. A lot of people be embarrassed to say they was born and raised in Norristown. I was born and raised in Norristown. I never lived anywhere else.
I'm telling you, this all I know.
I want to really put that spotlight, and instead of us being a mini Philly and everything that's happening in Philly is coming down here and stuff like that. No, like let's really cultivate
and let's build together.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying, like let's climb on each other back. Let's get each other out the hole instead of. All right, I'm gonna climb out the hole. I'm gonna look down on you, and I'm out.
Yeah.
It's about just helping each other and just pulling each other up, lifting each other. It's too much. Like I feel like I can only speak for myself, but even if I was to speak to my brothers, like we all got that perspective on where we from. It's kind of like let's get out of here.
Yeah.
But it's like I could be the one to point the finger, my town this, my town that, but I want to be the change.
Yeah.
I want to be able to. What can I do to contribute to this town that's going to change it? You know what I'm saying?
Build it back up.
You know what I mean?
So if there's one thing that you want people to take away from your story and from like everything that you said today, what would it be?
I would say, be yourself. Just be authentic to you. Being yourself mean like, don't dim yourself to the comfortability of others. Just shine bright and truly do it no matter who like it or who don't. Shine bright. And I do want to say this too, like, because it's an opportunity, like, if you feel it in your heart, give your life to Jesus for real, because your life going to change for real. Like, if I did it, you could do it. You know what I'm saying? And, this ain't no, like, religious, me coming off, like, forcing you. Nah, like, Jesus real, and he really still alive. He's still changing lives. So, just turn to him. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
Most definitely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I really appreciate this. This is my first episode. Like my first guest.
I'm honored.
I really appreciate this because I know that pool, and I know like just you.
Yeah.
This going to touch so many different people.
Absolutely.
Because people like you was talking about people. I feel like until people get to know you, you kind of have a mysterious vibe. Not saying it like that, but like it's like you don't know what to expect from you.
I get it.
And then it's like once you sit down and like you start opening up, it's like you somebody who I feel like people wanna hear like you real authentic. People can't buy authenticity, so it's like
man.
Keep it up. Like it's really dope what you're doing. I really support your music career. I'll be listening to your new song, but Free Spirit is my favorite.
I told you, whenever I shoot a video, you're gonna be in it. I'm keeping my word on that. You're gonna be in it. If you want to.
Yeah, that's my favorite song.
Yeah.
That is So make sure y'all go stream with all your albums so that they can stream you.
You can catch me on all platforms at Red REDD. You know, it's a little picture of me sitting on a red car. I mean, you could just go on there.
And what's your favorite song that you ever made? Non-biased.
Non-biased. I would say, dang.
That's on the spot.
Yeah, it is. I got this new song. It ain't out yet. Okay, I'll release it or release.
Both.
I would say it's a song I got. It's called 2 Feet In.
2 Feet In?
2 Feet In.
Make sure that y'all stay tuned.
Stay tuned, man.
What's your favorite song released?
Released? I probably go Free Spirit.
Free Spirit?
I probably go Free Spirit.
Thank you for coming, Jared. Yeah. Thank y'all for watching. I hope that y'all tune in for many more episodes. And if y'all know anyone who y'all want to see on here, let me know. I will definitely be interviewing them. And I appreciate y'all for listening.
Yeah.
And make sure that y'all go tap into his music. Go tap into his Instagram page. What's your Instagram page?
You can catch me on Instagram at JAREDPEAY3_.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
No time it really heals. Sometimes it makes you emotional how to feel. Loyalty's worth more than $250,000.